Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever felt an uneasy presence in a room? Someone who smiles, but their energy feels off. Have you ever shared good news, only to receive a lukewarm response from someone you thought was a friend? The truth is, not everyone who claps for you wants you to win. Envy and falsehood often hide behind kind words and friendly faces, but if you know what to look for, you can protect your peace and surround yourself with people who truly support you. Today, I'll share 7 powerful ways to recognize envy and falsehood in others, so you can walk through life with clarity, confidence, and wisdom. Let's begin. Silence exposes truth. In a world full of noise, silence is one of the most powerful tools for uncovering the truth. People reveal their true nature not just through their words, but through their actions, or lack of them. When you practice stillness and observe, you will notice patterns that words often try to conceal. Envious and false individuals may disguise their intentions with sweet talk, excessive flattery, or forced enthusiasm. But silence has a way of unsettling such people. When you step back and stop feeding them with validation, their real emotions start to surface. Some will grow distant, others will become passive-aggressive, and a few may even try to undermine you subtly. This is because their connection with you was never based on sincerity, but on what they could extract, be it attention, association, or a sense of superiority. Another powerful aspect of silence is how it exposes reactions. Have you ever shared a success story and noticed someone go quiet, change the subject, or offer an insincere, "That's nice," before redirecting the conversation back to themselves? That pause, that hesitation, is revealing. Genuine supporters celebrate without hesitation, but envy struggles to hide itself when caught off guard. Silence is also a test of loyalty. When you stop reaching out, who checks in? When you step away from a group, do they notice? Or do they only remember you when they need something? A loyal friend or a sincere well-wisher remains present, even in your quiet moments. A false one only stays when they can benefit from your presence. Many people fear silence because they think it creates distance. But in reality, silence creates clarity. It removes the distractions and forces the truth to the surface. It teaches you who is genuinely in your corner and who is merely playing a role. So, if you ever find yourself questioning someone's sincerity, don't confront them, don't argue, just be silent. Watch, listen. Their true nature will eventually reveal itself. Loud and clear. Energy never lies. Words are easy to manipulate. Smiles can be faked. Compliments can be given with hidden intentions. But energy never lies. The way someone makes you feel in their presence is often a more reliable indicator of their true intentions than anything they say. Think about it. Have you ever walked into a room and instantly felt a sense of warmth and ease, as if the people there genuinely appreciated your presence? Now, compare that to times when you've entered a space and felt something was off. Perhaps a heavy tension in the air, an unspoken resentment, or a sense that your presence was merely being tolerated. That feeling isn't random. It's your intuition picking up on unspoken truths. Envy and falsehood carry a weight, and if you're attuned to energy, you will feel it. A person who secretly envies you may smile at you, but their energy will not match their expression. They may congratulate you on your success, but something about their tone, their body language, or the hesitation in their voice will tell you otherwise. Their energy will not be in alignment with their words. Pay attention to how you feel around certain people. Do you feel drained after spending time with them? Do you feel like you have to shrink yourself to avoid triggering their insecurities? Do you find yourself second-guessing your accomplishments because their responses make you feel undeserving? These are signs that their energy is affecting yours. negatively. Another important thing to notice is how your success affects them. When good things happen to you, does their energy shift? Do they seem less engaged, more distant, or suddenly uninterested in the conversations they once participated in? That shift in energy is a silent but clear sign of envy. True supporters will feel joy for you because your happiness does not threaten them, but someone who secretly resents your growth will struggle to hide their discomfort, no matter how much they try to mask it with polite words. Falsehood also reveals itself through energy inconsistencies. A person who is not genuine will often be overly enthusiastic when they need something from you, but become distant or indifferent when they have nothing to gain. They will be warm and charming in moments of convenience, but cold and dismissive when you are no longer useful to them. Their energy fluctuates based on their self-interest, not genuine care. So the next time you're unsure about someone's true intentions, don't rely solely on their words. Observe how their presence makes you feel. Trust your instincts. Your energy will recognize what your mind might try to rationalize, because at the end of the day, energy never lies. Watch their reactions, not their words. Words can be rehearsed, smiles can be forced. Compliments can be strategically placed to disguise envy or hidden agendas. But reactions, those raw, unfiltered moments, are where the truth reveals itself. If you want to know someone's real feelings about you, don't just listen to what they say. Watch how they react, especially in moments they weren't prepared for. One of the clearest indicators of hidden envy is the response to your success. When you share good news, whether it's a promotion, a personal achievement, or a moment of recognition, watch their immediate reaction. A genuine friend will celebrate with you wholeheartedly, without hesitation. Their joy will be natural, not forced. But someone who harbors envy will struggle to hide their discomfort. They might pause before responding, force a smile, or give a lukewarm congratulations followed by a subtle attempt to downplay your success. Listen carefully to their choice of words. Do they say, "Wow, that's amazing, you truly deserve it"? Or do they say, "Must be nice, some people have all the luck"? The former is encouragement, the latter is resentment, dressed as a casual remark. Sometimes, envy hides behind sarcasm. "I guess you're moving up in the world, leaving the rest of us behind, huh?" While it may sound playful, there's often truth behind those words. Another key moment to observe is how they react when you struggle. A true supporter will offer empathy, encouragement, or assistance. A false one, however, might subtly enjoy seeing you in a vulnerable state. They may not express it directly, but their energy will shift. Instead of offering comfort, they might use your hardship as a chance to position themselves above you, saying things like, "Maybe this will teach you a lesson," or "I saw that coming." They won't uplift you. Instead, they'll make sure you feel your loss even more. Additionally, pay attention to their body language. Do they lean in when you share something exciting, or do they suddenly check their phone, look away, or seem distracted? Do their eyes light up when you talk about your success, or do they show a fleeting moment of irritation before masking it? Micro-expressions. Those split-second facial reactions often reveal what words try to hide. Beyond success and failure, watch how they react when you receive praise from others. If someone compliments you in their presence, do they agree and reinforce the positive words, or do they try to redirect the conversation away from you? Do they acknowledge your strengths, or do they try to subtly diminish them? Some envious people won't criticize you directly, but they will attempt to reduce your value in small ways through jokes, dismissive comments, or changing the subject. The truth is, no matter how hard someone tries to conceal their envy or falsehood, their reactions will always betray them. Words can be chosen carefully, but emotional responses happen in real time. If you want to know where someone truly stands, don't just listen, watch. Because reactions speak louder than words. Distance reveals loyalty. Time and proximity often blur the truth about people's intentions. When we see someone regularly, interact with them frequently, or share the same social circles, it's easy to assume they are genuine supporters. But if you want to test the strength of a relationship, whether it's a friendship, partnership, or even family bond, create a little distance. Step back, become less available, and observe what happens. Because distance reveals loyalty like nothing else can. A truly loyal person remains present even when you are not immediately useful to them. They check in, ask how you're doing, and maintain the connection without expecting something in return. But false individuals operate on convenience. They are around when it benefits them, when they need something, or when being associated with you serves their own interests. The moment you step away, their efforts to stay connected disappear. Have you ever been the one who always initiated contact, always made plans, always reached out first? Try stopping for a while and see if the relationship survives without your constant effort. Some people are only in your life because you kept the door open for them. Once you close it slightly, they lose interest. Not because they don't have time, but because they never truly valued the connection in the first place. Another revealing test of loyalty is what happens when you face challenges. True supporters do not need constant reminders to stand by you. They check on you when they sense something is wrong. They offer help without waiting to be asked. False people, on the other hand, disappear when you are struggling. They avoid difficult conversations. They don't want to be burdened with your problems because their presence in your life was never about true support. It was about self-interest. Distance also exposes hidden envy. Some people only tolerate you when you are within reach, predictable, and on the same level as them. The moment you grow, evolve, or move toward bigger opportunities, they become distant. Not because they are busy, but because your success makes them uncomfortable. You'll notice their enthusiasm fade, their responses become shorter, and their interest in your life diminish. This is not coincidence, it's silent resentment. A particularly powerful way distance reveals loyalty is through absence. When you are no longer in the room, do they defend your name, or do they allow others to tear you down? Do they still speak highly of you, or do they act indifferent? A false friend may appear supportive when you are present, but their real thoughts about you emerge when you're not around to hear them. In life, you don't need to confront false people. You don't need to expose them or argue. Simply step back, observe, and let time reveal the truth. The ones who remain, those who check in, celebrate your victories from afar, and stand by you without needing constant reminders, are the ones worth keeping. The rest, let them fade with the distance. Not everyone wants you to win. It's a hard truth to accept, but not everyone who smiles at you wants to see you succeed. Some people only support you as long as you remain at a level they are comfortable with. The moment you start growing, achieving more, gaining recognition, or stepping into your potential, their energy shifts. They may not openly oppose you, but deep down, they do not want you to win. One of the first signs of this hidden resentment is conditional support. At the beginning of your journey, when you're struggling or just starting out, they may cheer for you. They may even offer help, because at that stage they don't see you as a threat. But the moment your success starts to exceed their expectations, their enthusiasm fades. They no longer celebrate your victories the same way. Their compliments become less genuine, their responses to your achievements become shorter, and their presence in your life becomes inconsistent. Another subtle way this envy reveals itself is through minimization. When you accomplish something great, they won't acknowledge it fully. Instead, they'll downplay it with statements like, "That's nice, but anyone can do that." Or, "You're lucky things worked out." They won't criticize you outright, but they will try to shrink your achievements in small, seemingly harmless ways, because your success makes them uncomfortable. Some people will even mask their envy as concern. They might say things like, "Are you sure you can handle that?" Or, "You're changing. You don't seem like yourself anymore." These statements are designed to plant doubt in your mind, to make you second-guess your growth. In reality, it's not about you changing. It's about them struggling to accept your progress. Pay attention to the people who suddenly compete with you the moment you start winning. Someone who was never interested in a particular goal before may suddenly develop a strong interest in it, just because you're succeeding in that area. Instead of being inspired, they see your achievements as a challenge to their own self-worth. Their focus shifts from supporting you to trying to prove they can do better. One of the clearest signs that someone does not want you to win is how they act when others praise you. A true supporter will amplify your recognition, adding to the praise. A false one, however, will remain silent, change the subject, or even subtly discredit you. "Yeah, they're good, but they still have a lot to learn," or "I don't think they're as great as everyone says." They can't bring themselves to acknowledge your greatness because deep down they wish it wasn't happening. Finally, the most painful but revealing test of hidden envy is your success without their presence. When you reach new heights, some people will distance themselves, not because they're too busy, but because they can't stand seeing you succeed while they remain stagnant. They preferred you when you were struggling, uncertain, or in need of their validation. Now that you don't, their absence speaks volumes. Not everyone wants you to win, and that's okay. The key is to recognize who genuinely supports you and who secretly hopes for your failure. You don't need to confront them. You don't need to seek their approval. Just keep growing, keep winning, and let their true colors reveal themselves. Because at the end of the day, your success will expose everything you need to know.